Hi, welcome to another video. So GLM-5.2 is already one of the most interesting coding models right now, and ZCode is already one of the easiest ways to use it. But today, I do not want to do another basic ZCode walkthrough where I just click around the interface and say, okay, this is pretty cool. I want to show you how I would actually set up GLM-5.2 inside ZCode to get the maximum performance out of it. And when I say maximum performance, I mean potentially FABLE level for real app building workflows. Now, let me be very clear before someone starts writing an essay in the comments. I am not saying GLM-5.2 magically becomes Claude FABLE 5 in every benchmark, every task, every safety routed workflow, every long-running agent test, and every weird puzzle I throw at it. That is not what I mean. What I mean is that for normal coding work, like building apps, refactoring repos, creating dashboards, fixing bugs, using docs, running tests, checking the browser, and iterating on the result, the model alone is only one part of the story. The harness matters, the system prompt matters, the skills matter, the MCPs matter, the verification loop matters. And if you combine all of that properly, GLM 5.2 can get surprisingly close to the kind of practical output that people normally associate with very expensive frontier models. So let's get right into it. First, the base setup is simple. Go to ZCode, sign in with your ZAI account, and select GLM 5.2. Depending on your account and rollout, you may also see a max version or different effort settings. For bigger tasks, I would use the strongest GLM 5.2 option available to you. For smaller edits, you do not always need to max everything out. This model has a 1 million token context window, and the official GLM 5.2 docs also mention up to 128,000 output tokens. That is a lot of room for repo context, plans, docs, and long-running work. But the important thing is not just the big context number. The important thing is that GLM 5.2 is better at using the context than previous GLM models. It is better at planning, better at staying focused, and better at long-horizon engineering tasks. That is why ZCode matters. ZCode is not just a random chat UI. It is the official coding agent environment for GLM. It has project indexing, skills, MCP servers, commands, usage tracking, preview, DevTools, and goal mode. So, instead of forcing GLM 5.2 into a tool that was mostly designed around Claude, you are using it inside a harness that is actually built for it. And yes, there is a free tier. As I am making this video, the official ZCode docs say you can connect your ZAI account and get a free daily trial quota. In the actual app, you can go to the usage section and check exactly what your account has. I have seen accounts and promos showing around 5 million tokens per day, which is very good for testing, but do not treat that as an eternal promise. Free tiers change, promos change, and quotas change. So, the right way to think about it is this. The free tier is great for trying the workflow, testing GLM 5.2 on personal projects, and seeing whether ZCode fits how you work. If you are going to use it seriously every day, then check the current coding plan price in your own account. The official GLM 5.2 docs currently lists the coding plan starting at around $18 per month. And there may also be promos or regional offers, so just check the page before buying. Now, if you are using the free tier, one more thing. Do not throw private company code, secrets, customer data, or anything sensitive into a free trial endpoint, unless you have checked the data policy and you are comfortable with it. Use it on personal projects, open source projects, test repos, and non-sensitive work. Free is great. Leaking something important is not great. Now let's make the setup actually good. The first thing I would add is KingMode. If you watched my Gemini 3.1 Pro video, you know that KingMode is not magic. It does not inject more intelligence into the model. It injects discipline, and that matters a lot with GLM 5.2. GLM 5.2 is smart, but if you let it run with vague prompts, it can still over-explain, overplan, or chase a direction you did not actually want. KingMode helps by forcing the model to focus, assess complexity, cut fluff, and commit to a proper implementation path. The main trigger is UltraThink. When I use UltraThink, I do not want the model to just think forever. I want it to decide whether the task actually needs deep planning. If it does, plan properly. If it does not, do the small edit and move on. That is the sweet spot. Inside ZCode, I would not paste the whole KingMode prompt into every single message. That is messy and wastes context. Instead, add it as a skill or turn the shorter activation pattern into a reusable command. Open the skills section, create a new skill, call it something like KingMode, and paste the prompt there. If you're using the version from my GitHub, I will link it in the description. Once it is saved, you can ask ZCode to use KingMode for complex tasks, or you can invoke the behavior in your prompt by saying UltraThink. Now, the second thing I would add is a spec and verification workflow. This is where I would borrow from Adi Osmani's agent skills repo. That repo is very good because it does not just tell the agent to be smart, It breaks engineering work into a life cycle: spec, plan, build, test, review, simplify, and ship. And this is exactly the kind of thing GLM 5.2 benefits from. You do not need to load the entire repo into ZCode. Please do not turn your context into a giant landfill of prompt files. The better version is to take the most useful parts. For me, that would be spec-driven development, planning and task breakdown, test-driven development, code review, and front-end engineering if I am building UI. Create one skill for planning, one skill for verification, and maybe one skill for front-end quality. Keep them short enough that the model actually follows them. The planning skill should say something like, clarify the goal, identify files that matter, list assumptions, create acceptance criteria, break the work into small steps, and define how you will verify the result. The verification skill should say, run the relevant tests, run type checks or lint if available, inspect the diff, check edge cases, and do not claim something works unless you actually verified it. This alone improves output a lot. Because the biggest failure mode of AI coding agents is not that they cannot write code. It is that they skip the boring engineering steps and then act confident. The third thing I would borrow from is Superpowers by Obra. Superpowers is another repo I really like because it frames AI coding as an actual development methodology. Brainstorm first, clarify the spec, write an implementation plan, use work trees when needed, dispatch review, do red-green TDD, and finish the branch cleanly. Now, here is the important ZCode caveat. ZCode is not Verdant. It does not currently have fully custom user-defined subagents in the same way Verdant or some other tools do. ZCode has the built-in Explore subagent, which is read-only and useful for searching, reading, and understanding the codebase, but custom subagents are not supported yet. So do not copy a Superpowers workflow and pretend every single feature maps one-to-one. Instead, port the philosophy. Use Explore before editing. Use goal mode for bigger tasks. Use skills for spec, planning, testing, and review. Use Git manually if you need branches or work trees. That is the practical ZCode version. And honestly, that is enough for most people. Now, let's talk about MCPs. This is where a lot of people mess up. They install 20 MCP servers because it feels cool, and then the agent has too many tools, too many options, and too much noise. For GLM 5.2 in ZCode, I would keep MCPs very limited. First, I would use ZAI's own web search or web reader tools if you need current information. That helps when the model needs docs, API changes, or product information that might have changed recently. Second, I would use Context 7 for documentation. This is very useful when you're using frameworks like Next, Tailwind, Supabase, Prisma, Tanstack, or anything where the exact API matters. Instead of hoping the model remembers the right syntax, you tell it to fetch the current docs. Third, for UI work, I would use Playwright or the built-in preview and DevTools loop. The point is simple. Do not just trust the generated UI. Open it, inspect it, check console errors, click the buttons, test the mobile layout, and fix what breaks. Fourth, if you need vision, use a vision path. GLM 5.2 itself is a text model, so if you want to copy a screenshot layout or analyze a design reference, use a vision MCP or another vision model to convert that reference into clear design instructions. Then give those instructions to GLM 5.2. This is what I showed in older GLM workflows as well. The model does not need to have eyes if you give it a good visual brief from another tool. So my minimal ZCode stack would be this: GLM 5.2 as the model, KingMode as the discipline layer, agent skills, style planning, and verification, Superpowers-style process, but adapted to ZCode, Context 7 or web reader for docs preview, DevTools or Playwright for UI verification. That is the stack. Now, let me show you how I would actually use it. I would start by opening a project in ZCode and not asking it to build anything yet. The first prompt would be something like this. Use Explore only. Read the project structure, identify the framework, package manager, test commands, styling system, routing setup, and any database or auth layer. Do not edit files. Give me a short architecture map and tell me the safest way to add a new feature. This is important because it lets GLM 5.2 build a mental model of the repo before touching anything. And because Explore is read-only, it is much less risky. Once it gives me that architecture map, I would start goal mode. ZCode's goal mode is very useful because it keeps the agent focused on a larger objective. It creates a task list, tracks progress, uses Explore for investigation, and works until the goal is done or genuinely blocked. So instead of one messy prompt, I would say something like this: /goal, ultrathink, build a creator sponsorship dashboard inside this existing app. It should track brand deals, deliverables, deadlines, deal value, invoice status, contacts, and follow-up actions. Use the existing styling system. Keep changes scoped, First make a plan, then implement in small steps, then run the relevant checks. Do not claim completion until the app builds and the main user flows work. That prompt does a few things. It activates the deeper KingMode behavior. It gives a clear product goal. It tells the agent to use the existing codebase instead of inventing a new one. It forces planning before edits, and it defines completion as something verifiable. Now, as ZCode works, I would watch the plan. If the plan is vague, I would stop it and tighten it. For example, if it says add dashboard components, I would ask which components, where, and how will you test them. If it says add persistence, I would ask local storage, SQLite, Supabase, or the existing database. This is not micromanaging. This is steering. Once the plan is good, let it build. And this is where GLM 5.2 starts to feel strong. It can hold a lot of project context. It can edit multiple files, and it usually does not rush as badly as smaller models. With the KingMode and verification layers, it becomes much more disciplined. After the first version is done, I would not immediately call it finished. I would use a review prompt. Review your own diff against the original goal. Look for missing states, broken flows, type errors, unhandled edge cases, duplicated logic, and styling inconsistencies. Then fix only the issues that are clearly connected to this task. Then I would run the app in preview. If there is a dashboard, click around, add a deal, edit it, refresh the page, check if data persists, open DevTools, and check the console. Resize to mobile. If something breaks, do not say, fix the app. Give it the exact failure. For example, say, when I add a deal and refresh, the deal disappears. Inspect the persistence logic and fix the smallest cause. Or say the mobile pipeline columns overflow horizontally and the text is cut off. Fix the responsive layout without changing the desktop design. This is how you get good results. You do not just throw one giant wish into the chat and hope for perfection. You create a loop. Explore, plan, build, verify. Review, patch. That loop is what makes the output feel closer to premium models. Now, for front-end specifically, I would add one more trick for my older workflows. Use negative design constraints. If you just say, make it modern, you will get the same AI design everyone gets. Giant gradients, rounded cards everywhere, random glass morphism, some fake analytics chart that looks like it came from 2023. Instead, say what you do not want. Avoid excessive cards, avoid purple gradients, avoid glass morphism, avoid decorative blobs, avoid oversized hero sections, avoid generic AI imagery, and keep information dense but readable. Then, add what you do want. Use the existing design system, clear hierarchy, strong spacing rhythm, accessible contrast, responsive behavior, realistic empty states, loading states, and error states. GLM 5.2 responds very well to that kind of direction. This is where it can start feeling FABLE-like in practice. FABLE is obviously extremely strong, especially on long horizon software engineering benchmarks. But if your actual task is to build a working internal tool or SaaS screen, the difference between a raw model and a properly harnessed workflow can be massive. Raw GLM 5.2 is good. GLM 5.2 with ZCode, KingMode, spec planning, docs, and browser verification is a different beast. Now, there are some mistakes I would avoid. First, do not load every prompt pack at once. KingMode, agent skills, superpowers, GSD, front-end rules, review rules, testing rules, all in the same context forever is too much. The model will either ignore half of it or become weirdly rigid. Use the right skill at the right time. KingMode can be always available. Planning and verification can be core. Front-end design should be used when you are actually building front-end. Security review should be used when you touch auth, payments, permissions, or user data. Do not make the agent carry a whole engineering department in one prompt. Second, do not use UltraThink for tiny changes. If you want to rename a button, just ask it to rename the button. If you use deep reasoning on every small edit, you waste quota and make the model overcomplicate things. Third, do not trust successful-looking output. AI-generated apps can look good and still be broken. Always run the app, always check the console, always test the main flow, always inspect the diff. Fourth, be careful with the free tier. The free daily quota is great, but free does not mean unlimited, permanent, private, or production grade. Use it wisely, keep an eye on the usage page, and switch to a paid plan or a different provider if the project requires stronger guarantees. And fifth, remember that ZCode is still evolving. It has skills, MCPs, commands, plugins, goal mode, indexing, usage tracking, preview, and DevTools. That is already a lot, but custom subagents are not there yet, so if you want Verdant-style multi-agent orchestration, use Verdant. If you want the official GLM first coding environment with a very generous trial path, use ZCode. That is how I would position it, so my recommendation is simple. If you have not tried ZCode yet, use the free daily quota first. Connect GLM 5.2, create a small personal project, add KingMode as a skill, add a planning and verification skill, keep your MCPs limited, and use goal mode for one real feature. Do not test it with a toy prompt like make a button. Test it with something useful, a bug tracker, a sponsorship dashboard, a small CRM, a content calendar, a local notes app with search, something where planning, UI, persistence, and verification actually matter. That is where GLM 5.2 starts to show why people are paying attention. Overall, I think this is one of the best budget workflows right now. You get a frontier-ish open model, a ZAI native coding harness, a free trial quota, and enough extensibility through skills and MCPs to make the model behave much more like a serious engineering agent. It is not perfect. FABLE is still FABLE. Opus and Codex still have places where they are stronger. But if you are a student, a solo builder, or someone tired of paying huge subscription prices for every coding model, this setup is absolutely worth trying. GLM 5.2 is the engine, ZCode is the harness, KingMode is the discipline, agent skills and superpowers give you the process, MCPs and preview give you reality check. And the free tier lets you test the whole thing without immediately paying. That is a very good combination. Overall, it's pretty cool. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you liked this video, consider donating through the Super Thanks option or becoming a member by clicking the Join button. Also, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, bye.